My wife may have had a past affair and I can't get it out of my head. So, trying to cut to the bone, my wife and I have been married a long time. In the beginning of our relationship, intercourse was a real issue. There are some good reasons and a lot of crappy ones. The first instance happened when, shortly after revealing a mental illness diagnosis to her work, which was a mental health facility, she came home one day sobbing that she's been fired for attendance. Honestly, I was pissed and wanted to get a lawyer for the aita violation, and she absolutely panicked and insisted we just let it be. The next few weeks, she was amazingly depressed, and I just chalked it up to her losing her job and tried to be supportive. I had doubts about her at this time. Our relationship was bad and there were a lot of little times she seemed to show up places she wasn't supposed to be, and it made me uneasy, but I didn't see anything weird cell-wise or anything overt, so I kind of chalked it up to paranoia and unhappiness. We lived in a small town and she couldn't get another job, so we ended up moving and I took a promotion for a lot more pay. We were comfortable on my old salary, but now I was making more than both of us combined. Our intercourse issues continued, and it finally got to be such a miserable dead bedroom situation I asked for a divorce. She panicked and said she'd make changes. I didn't believe she would, but I also didn't want to just be an asshole and walk away, so I gave her a chance. Suddenly she got super into intercourse and super kinky. It was honestly awesome. It took us time to fix things, but our relationship got way better. Our communication improves, and while we had dark spots here and there, I felt good about our relationship. About a year after this, I was in her email not snooping. She knew I had access and all our financial accounts were tied to it, so she knew I'd access it from time to time, and I couldn't find an email. I scroll down and find a junk folder. I open it, and there's emails from a dating site that have been read talking about matches and messages. I click on the link, and her standard password doesn't work. I'll admit, I reset the password and snooped. The entire profile had been nuked. No messages or matches, but the emails she had stashed showed there should be. There should even be recent ones. It kind of occurred to me when I asked for the divorce, she broke off whatever she was doing and nuked the account but forgot to clean up the email link, and or she kept the account as maybe a backup plan, and when she got the messages it occurred to her she might get caught and went in and cleaned house. I talked to a buddy and he asks about prior suspicious behavior, and I mention her getting fired pretty much out of the blue. He points out, it sounds a lot like she got busted doing something at work she shouldn't have been doing and got herself canned. The post-termination depression was most likely her seeing she was going to get caught and breaking it off, and then grieving not only losing her job but her affair partner too. I have to admit I agreed. In the end, I decided to leave it be as I had no absolutely solid proof she had cheated, and decided that the near divorce had kind of established how broken things were, so I let it go. Honestly, I thought I could just let it be one of those things that I accepted and never threw in her face and I'd get past it. From time to time, it pops into my head, and it bugs me because I truly do think she cheated not once but twice, at least. It doesn't help in her job, she doesn't make a lot and I do, so if she were to have left me, it would have been a big hit for her. I was also helping to support her family at this time, so it makes me wonder, did she choose me, or she chose the better provider? I have zero doubt she loves me now. She's absolutely obsessed with me, and I can see that, but not knowing the truth, it's like a splinter in my mind that won't come out. I don't think there have been any further instances, but I also know we've had some discussions where she's talked openly about fantasies of being with other men, and I'm pretty sure the only reason she hasn't asked for an open relationship is because she can't handle the insecurity of me being with someone else. I know that sounds like she's super bad and scheming, but we were discussing fantasies, and while we talked seriously about it, she decided she didn't want to pursue it. I know I should just let it go. It's been years. I just can't seem to though. It's not even the cheating. I'd be pissed about it, but I could accept it as a stupid mistake. The lying though. That's what gets me. I guess I'm asking what you would do if you were me? I feel like even now, with us in a good spot in our relationship, and having been in a good spot for years, if I bring it up she'll just deny it. I also feel like if she ever does it again, me telling her gives her heads up I already have suspicions and she'll be extra crafty. I don't think she'd do that, but I also never thought she'd make me doubt her. Dude. You know she cheated. That is pretty certain at this point. You don't know if it was just EA and intercorseting or if it was a full-blown PA. But I bet with her getting shit-canned, it was major. So probably PA. Dead bedroom? Well. Everyone has needs. It is my experience that if someone isn't being intimate with their partner, they're being intimate with someone else. Couples that don't share intimacy of some kind tend to split apart. You know this as you were right there on the cusp. If you want answers, then I suggest you communicate with your wife and get your answers. Unless you hire a really good pie who can dig and find shit out, that's the only way. Sorry you have to go through this.